done, are you?
We might have one more.
Okay.
I'm kind of torn. The only reason why I'm torn is because I had C-sections for both. So I'm like, how many more times does Charlie need to see my organ?
At the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she's, you know, that's anyone. If that happened to your wife, my husband, like, it's devastating.
She lost her kids.
When Congresswoman Paulina Luna casually hinted that Erika Kirk may have lost custody of her kids, it set the internet on fire instantly. Social media detectives jumped in headfirst, pushing the idea that this was the real reason Erika suddenly seemed glued to public appearances but strangely separated from her so-called kids after Charlie's death. The story spread fast, felt believable, and gave everyone a clean explanation. But now, that explanation is starting to look like a carefully planted decoy. Here's where the plot thickens in a big way. Sources close to the situation claim Paulina and Erika are actually very close behind the scenes. That changes everything. The custody comment may not have been a slip at all, but a deliberate move to throw people off the scent. And while everyone was focused on custody rumors, a much darker theory quietly started bubbling up online, and this one shook people to the core. According to new receipts and side-by-side timeline breakdowns circulating on social media, there's growing doubt that Erika was ever pregnant in the first place. Ever. Users started comparing dates, photos, captions, and supposed milestones, and the math just isn't mathing.
But I do think that when the information isn't put out there directly, that's when you have a lot of these, well, you know, could have Erika have been involved in any of that? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she's, you know, that's anyone. If that happened to your wife, my husband, like, it's devastating.
The ages of the children shown online don't consistently line up with when Erika and Charlie allegedly welcomed them. That alone raised eyebrows, but it didn't stop there. Now people are asking the question nobody wanted to ask out loud. Are those even her kids? Some believe Erika may be using someone else's children for content and optics. Others think the kids may be real, but not hers, and definitely not Charlie's. Either way, the narrative people accepted for years suddenly feels shaky, staged, and extremely calculated. And that leaves only two options on the table, both explosive. Either Erika is posting kids that aren't hers, or the entire family storyline was never real to begin with. If that's true, then this wasn't just a lie. It was a long-term strategy played out in front of millions, a full image build from day one. Once that door opens, the spotlight swings straight to Charlie. If this was all fake, was he aware of it? Did he go along with it at first? And if he did something eventually change? People are wondering if Charlie hit a breaking point, if he wanted out, or if he refused to keep playing a role that didn't sit right with him anymore. In some online voices are even questioning whether tension behind the scenes escalated once he tried to step away from the narrative. That's where speculation turns dark fast. Not because there's proof, but because the stakes involved are massive. When public image, money, and influence mix together, things can spiral quickly. Now let's be clear.
Intentionally, when I was pregnant, hid. Not because I was embarrassed, not because I didn't want anyone. Yes, we did keep it very private, but because it was a moment very sacred. I was growing a human inside of me, my baby.
These are online theories, not confirmed facts. But when someone is accused of exaggerating or fabricating something as serious as motherhood, people naturally start re-examining everything else tied to that person. Trust evaporates fast when the foundation looks fake. And once trust is gone, nothing gets the benefit of the doubt anymore. At this point, the situation isn't just messy, it's explosive. And this is exactly where the real chaos begins. Representative Paulina Luna lit the fuse on a full-blown online meltdown the moment she claimed Erika had lost her kids. And the reaction was instant chaos. Screenshots flew, clips went viral, and people locked onto that one line like it was a hidden confession. Then, just as fast, Paulina walked it back, saying she misspoke and actually meant that Charlie's kids lost their father. On paper, that sounds like a clean correction. But once you look deeper, it doesn't feel accidental at all. Because here's the thing. When you understand who Paulina is, how media-trained she is, and how close she's reportedly been to Erika, the "oops, I misspoke" excuse starts falling apart. This wasn't a random hallway comment. It was said on a major platform, on camera, with intention behind every word. And people don't just mix up lost her kids with lost their dad without realizing it. Paulina Luna, who currently serves as the U.S. representative for Florida's 13th congressional district, made these remarks while appearing on the PBD podcast with Patrick Bet-David. During that interview, she addressed the growing storm of theories linking Erika to Charlie's death. When Patrick pressed her on whether Erika could have played any role, Luna immediately shut that down and went into full defense mode. She described Erika as a victim, emphasizing that she lost her husband and her kids, framing her as someone who had already suffered enough. That one sentence alone sent the internet into overdrive. Bloggers, commentators, and armchair analysts took it as an accidental reveal that Erika no longer had custody, and they ran with it hard.
But it is very much so a possibility that Jeffrey Epstein was an intelligence asset working for our adversaries.
Suddenly, timelines shifted. People started saying Charlie's parents must have stepped in. Others claimed this explained why Erika had so much time for non-stop interviews, podcasts, and press appearances. The story felt neat, believable, and emotionally packaged, and that's exactly why it spread like wildfire. But not everyone bought it. Some people slowed down and started asking sharper questions. Why would a sitting congresswoman phrase it that way? Why correct it only after the backlash? And why does every version of the story seem to redirect attention away from Erika's past instead of clarifying it? That's when the focus shifted back onto Anna Paulina herself. People started revisiting her background, her connections, and even her birth name, Anna Paulina Mayer-Hofer. And as that digging picked up, some online voices began suggesting she wasn't just commenting on the situation, she might have been shaping the narrative. Now, to be clear, these are allegations and theories, not proven facts. But the pattern people are pointing out is hard to ignore. One comment sent the entire internet chasing a custody story that conveniently stalled deeper questions about Erika's timeline, history, and contradictions.
You did get married.
Yes.
You have 2 kids.
2 precious babies.
And you told me this in private, but how many kids did you guys want to have?
We wanted to have 4. Yeah. And I was praying to God that I was pregnant when he got murdered.
At this point, it's not just about one phrase or one interview anymore. It's about how fast a single statement can reroute public attention and who benefits when that happens. And once people start thinking that way, they stop taking anything at face value. Now things are getting even louder because Anna Paulina Luna has reportedly started blocking people who accuse her of being some kind of deep state player. And that move alone raised a lot of eyebrows online. People are asking a simple question: why get that defensive if there's nothing to hide? When public figures start shutting down critics instead of addressing questions, speculation goes into overdrive fast. Online commentators are now digging into Anna Paulina's past, and here's where things get sensitive. Some users are resurfacing unverified claims about her early life and career, drawing sharp contrasts between her background and Erika's public image as a pageant contestant and reality TV personality. These claims are allegations circulating online, not established facts. But they're being used by critics to argue that Anna Paulina's story may have more layers than what's publicly discussed. And that's where the tone online turns sharp. People aren't just questioning what she said, they're questioning who she is and why she's so eager to redirect the conversation.
Okay, so Erika Kirk posted a video, and in it she has a photo of her ultrasound. She's kind of showing her pregnancy, and something that stood out to me was in the top corner it listed her as Erika Franzve and not Erika Kirk, Franzve being her maiden name. We all know that she supposedly married Charlie in May of 2021 and that they had their daughter in 2022 and their son was born in 2024. So why would her ultrasound show her maiden name as Franzve on her ultrasound? Because I know when I went in and had my children that on all of my ultrasounds it was listed as my legal name, which was not my maiden name, it was my married legal name. And I'm sure all of you could vouch for that as a...
One viral post on X claimed Anna Paulina was running cover for Erika, suggesting both women are protected by the same unseen forces. Another user called her a gatekeeper on damage control, arguing her comments were meant to block deeper scrutiny. Some posts went even further, claiming the kids seen online weren't Erika's at all. Again, allegations, not facts. Phrases like rental kids started trending in comment sections, with people pointing out that faces were often hidden or images carefully framed. Whether fair or not, that narrative exploded because it fit neatly into the broader suspicion people already had. Now here's where critics say a pattern emerges. Now, those watching Anna Paulina's political career closely argue that she has a habit of making statements that sound bold on the surface, but ultimately blur the truth underneath. Supporters say she's fearless. Critics say she muddies the waters just enough to look transparent while redirecting attention. A prime example people bring up is her public stance on releasing the Epstein files. Paulina positioned herself as supportive of transparency and even acknowledged that Jeffrey Epstein had intelligence ties. That alone grabbed headlines fast. But critics say the wording mattered a lot. She specifically referenced foreign intelligence ties, framing Epstein as connected to a U.S. adversary rather than an ally. And that distinction didn't go unnoticed. Many people believe Epstein's real connections point closer to America's inner circle. So, by emphasizing foreign adversary, critics argue she shifted the blame elsewhere while still appearing to demand answers. That's the move people are calling out. Say just enough to sound bold, but not enough to crack open the real door. Whether intentional or not, that strategy keeps the public arguing over side details instead of digging deeper into the core questions. To be clear, these are online interpretations and allegations, not confirmed facts. But when multiple controversies follow the same communication style, people start connecting dots whether officials like it or not.
These aren't done, are you?
We might have one more.
Okay.
I'm kind of torn. The only reason why I'm torn is because I had C-sections for both, so I'm like, how many more times does Charlie need to see my organ?
And once that skepticism takes hold, every statement gets dissected word by word. At this stage, critics aren't just watching what Paulina says anymore. They're watching how she says it and who benefits when the conversation suddenly shifts. And that right there is textbook manipulative PR behavior. Give people just enough truth to make them feel like you're on their side, then quietly steer the conversation somewhere safer. And a lot of people believe Paulina Luna pulled that exact move with her comment about Erika losing her kids. She had to know people would latch onto the custody angle and sprint with it. Normally, that kind of distraction works like a charm. Except this time, it didn't. Instead of stopping the digging, it pushed people to ask an even bigger, more uncomfortable question. Did Erika ever have kids at all? And judging by how fast that question gets shut down or redirected, many believe that is the real topic certain people don't want examined. So let's slow this down and look at the clues people online keep pointing to. The first issue, timelines. The ages of the children shown in photos Erika has posted don't seem to line up with the public timeline of when Charlie's children were supposedly born. That's where things start falling apart fast. One photo in particular keeps getting brought up. Erika reportedly sent an image to Andrew Covey, a spokesperson for Turning Point USA, claiming it proved she was with her kids on September 9th and not at a secret military-related meeting at Fort Huachuca.
Think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense, because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband, she lost her kids.
That photo became a key piece of her defense. The image shows two children on a phone screen with their faces partially obscured. But critics immediately zoomed in, not on the faces, but on their apparent ages. Many viewers said the boy looked closer to 3 or 4 years old. That raised alarms fast. Here's why. Erika and Charlie publicly announced the birth of their son in May 2024. That would make him roughly 16 months old by September 2025. And people familiar with child development pointed out that the child in the photo simply doesn't appear that young. If those estimates are even close, then the math doesn't add up at all. That leads to a harsh conclusion critics are drawing. Either the timeline is wrong, the photo doesn't show Charlie's child, or the public story itself isn't real. None of those options are good, and all of them raise serious questions. Then there's another glaring issue people can't ignore. There are no publicly verified photos of Erika pregnant. None. Erika has claimed she stayed completely hidden during both pregnancies for privacy reasons. But that explanation creates another contradiction. If privacy was the priority, why hide for 9 months, only to later post a photo of a positive pregnancy test or carefully staged newborn photos? Critics argue that level of selective privacy doesn't make sense. You either protect the entire process or you don't. To many observers, it looks less like privacy and more like image control. And once people start believing an image is curated instead of real, every detail gets scrutinized. To be clear, these are online allegations and timeline analyses, not confirmed facts. But the reason they keep spreading is simple. The official explanations leave too many gaps. And when gaps stay unaddressed, speculation fills them fast. At this point, people aren't just questioning a single photo or a single comment anymore, they're questioning the entire storyline from the ground up. And that's the part that seems to make certain figures very uncomfortable. And even the way Erika talks about pregnancy has people scratching their heads hard. It doesn't sound like someone who's actually been through it. One moment that really stopped people cold was when she claimed she had 2 C-sections and said she was unsure about having another child because she didn't want Charlie to see her organs again. That statement alone made people pause like, wait, What? Because anyone who's actually had C-sections usually talks about the surgery, the pain, the recovery, or the risks involved, not worrying about their husband seeing their organs. That detail felt off to a lot of listeners, and once people caught it, they couldn't unhear it. What's even stranger is that Erika barely mentions those supposed C-sections anymore. But the hesitation about having another child? Gone. The concern she once raised? Completely vanished. Now the story has shifted again, and suddenly she claims she and Charlie always wanted 4 kids. That's a big swing from being on the fence, and people noticed the flip immediately. Then there's that short, blurry ultrasound clip that keeps getting replayed online. At first glance, it looks convincing, but when people slowed it down, more red flags popped up. Her belly is visible for barely a second, the clip is grainy, and the name on the sonogram reads Erika Franfi, not Erika Kirk. That detail alone sent comment sections into a frenzy. Yes, Charlie Kirk appears briefly in that clip, which raises the biggest question of all. If the pregnancies were staged, was Charlie aware of it from the beginning? And if he was, did there come a moment when he didn't want to keep playing along anymore? That's where online speculation turns intense. Many commenters now believe this entire storyline was manufactured from the jump. Some say Charlie may have gotten pulled into something much bigger than he expected. Others think once he realized how dangerous the narrative machine really was, backing out wasn't an option. One viral comment summed it up bluntly. Nothing happens on national TV for the reason you're told. Both of them were operatives. Everyone is being played. Another post claimed Turning Point USA, sometimes referred to online as CUSA, has always functioned as a money-driven propaganda machine. And when Charlie strayed from the approved messaging, he was replaced. To be clear, these are allegations and online opinions, not proven facts. But the reason they keep spreading is simple. Too many details don't line up, too many stories keep changing, and too many questions never get answered. And that's where things stand right now. If you think this whole situation feels off, you're not alone. Drop your thoughts in the comments because people are watching this unfold in real time. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this with someone who needs to see it, and let us know what you think down below. We'll keep digging, and we'll see you on the next video.